Everybody, it's fun around. My name is Jordan, and this video will be for Thursday's slate. We have 4 games to get into. I think I found some good value here. This will be an analysis of the slate. This will not just be like a 2-pick type of channel. I'm going to go through each game. I'm going to point out some props that I see that I feel like have a good opportunity or good matchup, and I'm going to break them down into those categories and give you what the main reason why I'm showing you it on the screen. And that's going to be an opportunity, and opportunity means someone is injured and they have a good opportunity, or matchup, they have a really good matchup and that's why I'm showing you it. Or the third one is hit rate. They have just a really good hit rate. The line feels a little bit low. Sometimes the matchup is good with the hit rate, which is amazing. Those are the best ones. Normally, the hit rate is high because the matchup is bad. So if you find a good hit rate one with a good matchup, then you have found a good play. So I'm just showing you the plays, and then you take what you feel like and compare it with your research or other people's research. So let's get into it. You will see images that come up on the screen on both sides. It's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So this first game is the Pacers versus the Hornets. Hornets are 3.5-point favorites. For the Hornets, Ryan Kalkbrenner and Mason Plumlee look like they still will be out, the 2 starting centers. And then Brandon Miller was a late time scratch for the first game of this back-to-back for the Hornets. He could potentially be back here, but if he is out, then I would look for someone like Colin Sexton. But right now, I don't know if he's going to play or not. So for the Pacers, the big injury is going to be Ben Mathurin is still out. So his first play that I like is going to be a matchup play, and I need to get more unders in the videos, and I don't want to force any, but if I see something that looks like it has a good hit rate on the under and I feel like it's too high, I feel like I need to point it out, and I haven't been doing that as much lately. And this one it's got the matchup for it for the under, and it's Pascal Siakam under 7.5 rebounds. So the Hornets give up the 4th least rebounds to the power forward position and the 4th least rebounds to teams overall. And I went and I checked that out, their pace, and they play at the 7th slowest pace in the NBA, and that's a big part of it. Less shots go up, less rebound opportunities. So he's gone under this in 72% of games this year. He's gone under in 12 out of the last 14 games. And on the road this year, he's gone under in 75% of games, only going over 4 times on the road so far this season. And versus the Hornets, in one game this year, he played 37 minutes and he just got 4 rebounds against them. And with Outlier, they give some insights. They give an insight that went back into last season. So his last 19 matchups versus the top 10 toughest rebounding matchups, he's only gone over in 2 of them. So 17 unders in the last 19 matchups there. So very tough matchup for Pascal Siakam. So I like the under for him. This next one for the Hornets is an opportunity play, and it's Moussa Diabate over 10.5 rebounds. And the opportunity comes with Ryan Kalkbrenner and Mason Plumlee being out. He is the last remaining center for the Hornets. So he's gone over in 4 out of 6 games with an average of almost 12 rebounds a game. And I know you're thinking, okay, 4 out of 6, that's okay, but that's not great. That's not something I'm going to be attracted to, which is fine. So let's talk about some more data. The Pacers give up the 3rd most rebounds to teams overall, the 13th most to centers. Diabate is getting around 30 minutes a game. He did play the Pacers earlier this year. He played 24 minutes with the other centers there, and he still got 12 rebounds in that great matchup versus the Pacers. And last year, he did get 29 minutes against the Pacers, and he came away with 15 rebounds. So when he gets the opportunity here against this team, gets the minutes, he has shown that he can get the rebounds. So I like that opportunity for Diabate. And for lean here, the Hornets coming off of a back-to-back. The Pacers aren't great on the road. They haven't been great, but the Hornets, I checked, they've actually covered in every single back-to-back this year. which just means they're being undervalued. Maybe the market's finally catching up because they are favorites here, but I am going to lean the Hornets here at home on the back-to-back, especially if they get Brandon Miller back, who will be fresh. This one is the Cavaliers versus the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are 2.5-point favorites. For the Cavaliers, Larry Nance is questionable. That's new. And then Jalen Tyson is probable. And then for the Timberwolves, they have no new significant injuries. So the first one that I like is a hit rate play. The matchup isn't too great, but I still like the hit rate in the history here. And it's Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 assists. He's coming off a rest day. He didn't play in the last game. Darius Garland had to take over all the distribution duties. So now Donovan Mitchell comes back rested. He's going to get a ton of usage here. This should be a competitive game. I know the Timberwolves have been kind of blowing teams out, but the Cavaliers should be competitive here. But he's gone over this in 8 out of the last 10 games with 76% hit rate on the year. On the road this year is even slightly better with a 79% hit rate on the over. And I know I said the matchup isn't great, but he went over in both games last season with 7 and 8 assists. And I went and I looked, and he's gone over in every single matchup with the Cavaliers. And then 7 out of his last 8 matchups versus the Timberwolves, he has gone over this assist line. So assist line feels pretty low for Donovan Mitchell here. And this next one is going to be a matchup play, and it's going to be Rudy Gobert over 10.5 rebounds. He has gone over this in 11 out of the last 13 games, averaging 13 rebounds a game. And when you have rebounding centers like Rudy Gobert, you want to check and make sure that the matchup is going to keep them on the court. And when you're playing a team like the Cavaliers, who keep Jared Allen out there, keep Evan Mobley out there, you're going to want to keep Rudy Gobert out there to match that. So he should get opportunities to play on the court. The Cavaliers don't really ever go small to try to take the bigs away. So the Cavaliers actually give up the 7th most rebounds to the center position over the past month. So it's just a really good matchup for him, and he has just been on a rebounding tear right now. Rebounding is kind of a rhythm thing, and you can see he's just on that rhythm. So for a lean here, the Timberwolves have blown out 4 of the last 5 teams. The one that they didn't win, they got blown out themselves, and the Cavaliers haven't covered in 3 straight. So I'm going to lean the Timberwolves here at home, but I think it should be competitive. So that's halfway through. If you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. The last one didn't get up to 1,000 likes, but I release it much later. So if we can get this up to 1,000 likes, that would be great. I very much appreciate it. You guys are awesome. If you guys have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You just put a W there, helps get the video out there for more people to see. If you like my guy Boston Sports, you can fade me if you want to. He sent me this for Christmas a couple years ago. I want to shout out a couple of apps. If you have not tried out PrizePicks or Underdog Fantasy, 2 of the biggest apps out there, PrizePicks is still doing bet 5 get 50, and Underdog Fantasy is doing bet 5 get 75. If you haven't tried out either of those, you can literally put $10 down to get 125 to play with. And then also I want to shout out a couple of social sportsbooks. So social sportsbooks, you can bet money lines, spreads, single bet in states that you can't have Draftkings or FanDuel. So check out the states on the map. Novig is a great app. People love it. They're doing a match up to $25. Onyx Odds is doing deposit 10, and then they give you 100 to play with. That is a great app. And Rebet's doing a match up to $100. I really like Rebet for live betting. They have a lot of leagues to choose from. And then sorry for all the ads, guys. I keep saying that. I want to potentially do this full time. People have to sign up for things. So that just helps bring in the rent and the diapers. DraftKings and FanDuel both right now for the NFL playoffs jump their bet 5 get 200 to now bet 5 get 300 if you win your first bet. The only way it counts for me is if you use the link that I have in the description or the pinned comment. If you have not signed up for those, and you have to win that first bet. So I think the odds are minus 500 or better and you have to hit that one. So a lot of stress on that one. But let's get into the rest of these games. This one is the Heat versus the Bulls. Heat are 6.5-point favorites. The Bulls will be on a back-to-back here. Kobe White did not play on the front end of the back-to-back. They said that he was going to play either the front end or the back end, and he didn't play yesterday. So he should be out there today based off what they're saying. And then backup center Jalen Smith is questionable, and Josh Giddey looks like he will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. For Miami, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is questionable. So his first play that I like is a matchup play, and it's Tyler Hero over 24.5 points plus rebounds. So he came back from injury. Didn't look like he was on much of a minutes restriction. He scored 17 points and had 9 rebounds versus the Timberwolves. They got blown out by almost 30 points. So he played about 29 minutes in that game, and now he gets the Bulls, who give up the 3rd most points and the 6th most rebounds to the shooting guard position. He's hit this in 6 out of 7 games this year. Also last year versus them, this playing him around 35, 36 minutes. So averaged 34 points plus rebounds versus the Bulls in their fast-paced matchup that they like to play. And the Heat this year are playing at an even faster pace, so this is just a really fast-paced matchup both ways. So he went over in 100% of games last year. And this one for the Bulls is a hit rate play, and it's Kevin Huerter under 2.5 three-pointers made. So he's just been absolutely cold. He hasn't hit a three-pointer in the past 2 games. Gone under in 75% of games this year, and really just, Kobe White coming back is going to hurt him. So last 5 games, he's shooting 23%. With Kobe White this year, he's gone under in 77% of games, taking 5 attempts a game, shooting 30%. So he didn't play much versus the Heat earlier this year, and he did go under, and he went under in 3 out of 4 games last year. I know people talk about back-to-backs all the time, and he's gone under 67% of back-to-backs. There's not much talk about playing a 3rd game in 4 days, so that's where he's going to be at here. And in that scenario, he's gone under an 86% of games, only hitting the first time that happened this season. So the last 5 games in that scenario, he's shooting just 21% from 3. So I do like for him to stay cold here in this matchup, especially with Kobe White back. So less opportunity for him. So for a lean here, the Bulls have not been good without Josh Giddey, and they haven't been great on back-to-back. So I'm going to lean the Heat here for a big win. And this last one is the Mavericks versus the Jazz. Mavericks are 7.5-point favorites. The Jazz haven't updated their injury report. They still have Kevin Love listed out for rest for the front end of the back-to-back, so Kevin Love will probably be back for this one. And then for the Mavericks, PJ Washington is doubtful and Brandon Williams is questionable. So when I immediately opened up the lines for this one and I saw this line, I was like, really? I guess it's just because they're on a back-to-back. But it's Keontae George over 3.5 rebounds. And the reason why I was just like, really, why is that so low? It's because the Mavericks give up the most rebounds to the point guard position. So this is a matchup play. He's gone over this in 11 out of the last 13 games. So this is one where I told you, there's a good hit rate plays that just have really bad matchups, and that's why the line came down and made the hit rate look good. But I was just a little shocked. So the hit rate is good, and the matchup's the best matchup you could possibly have for a point guard. I know he's on a back-to-back, but on back-to-backs and a 3rd game in 4 days, he's gone over in 71% of those games. So in one game versus the Mavericks this season, he had 5 rebounds on 8 rebound chances versus them. So this last one for the Mavericks is going to be an opportunity play. I went with him last time around, and it's since PJ Washington is out, I like Naji Marshall over 13.5 points. And this one just happens to be the best matchup for small forwards when it comes to scoring as well. So great opportunity, and he's got the best matchup. A lot going for him. He's gone over in 14 out of the last 18 games. He had 15 points against the Jazz earlier this season. The opportunity comes with PJ Washington being doubtful, so hopefully he doesn't get upgraded to questionable and the probable in plays. But he's gone over in 6 out of 7 games this year with PJ Washington out, averaging a little over 17 points per game. And last time I pointed that one out, he hit very nicely. So for lean here, the Jazz are playing really well. They were just very competitive against the Thunder. I know they're on a back-to-back, but they're even better at home. I'm actually going to lean the Jazz here to put up a fight here against the Mavericks for the spread. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. Hop on in there, talk about basketball, talk about football, all that good stuff. That is completely free. And then I just want to say I hope you guys like the setup. I still got some things to fill out here. Got my my Cavaliers golden basketball from the one championship that I have to celebrate as a Cleveland fan. Got an awesome desk here, with my Browns mug. Like, it's the setup is just really cool. And it's like golf. They say the better you look when you play golf, the better you play. So hopefully the better this all looks, the better the picks are for you guys. I hope you guys make a ton of money from this. I do put a ton of work into this and hours into this, and I know some people pointed that out and they see it and they notice it, and I'm glad you do, because I really like the last video for that 12 game slate. I put in I woke up and I was publishing it 6 hours later. Like, I put in a ton of work for that. I just really want to see if this could potentially be a full-time type of gig. I have friends who have done it, and they are doing it, and it's working out very well for them, and they're always on vacation. I would like to take my wife and Luca on vacation, but we will see. But this all started with just the love of the game. That's why I'm going to have some unrivaled videos to come out later on. I did one for Monday. They don't play until Friday, so they play Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays, and then they take the rest of the week off. So those will be out. And then I also want to do more commentary type stuff, like the Trae Young trade, just give my my thoughts about it and stuff like that, and potentially like highlights and stuff like that, and just talk about basketball overall, because I just really love basketball. I think it's my first love when it comes to sports. I played baseball, basketball, and football all throughout high school. And baseball I probably played the earliest, but now I'm going on a ramp. But this is a great community. Love you guys. God bless you. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.